Good morning. I'm so glad you're here for our very first Worship Wednesday. I have a great idea lined up of what we're going to talk about today. So let's get started. Today I want to talk to you guys about being a neighbor. Luke 10:27 says, "He said that you love the Lord your God with all of your passion, all of your prayer, and all of your muscle and intelligence, and that you love your neighbor as well as you love yourself." So what I'm thinking is, when I read that, it made me think back to, oh goodness, it was probably about a year ago. I'm coming out of the store. Walter's a year old. Anna's 10, Wyatt is 4, and Luke is 3. And I'm coming out of, Alex I don't think was with me. I don't remember him being with me. But anyways, I'm coming out of the grocery store. I've got the 4 kids in tow, and I go to get in my van. And it could be a totally awkward moment, or it could have been the amazing moment that it was when I go to get in my van and there's a lady's car parked right next to mine. Like, her driver window was right next to my driver window. And her window was down. And she's sitting in her car bawling, uncontrollably sobbing. Well, I open the passenger side and I get most of the kids in and I go around to my side because the baby's car seat's always on my side. So I go around to my side and I put the baby in, and the woman is just like, I can hear her because her window's down. And she's just sobbing and sobbing. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, this is awkward. Like, I feel awkward. I feel in a weird place. This is just uncomfortable. There's some strange lady I've never met bawling right next to my car as I'm trying to go about my day. And then that little voice in the back of your head, you know, the one that you think about as, well, at least I think of it as, that's God talking to me. And I heard that little voice in the back of my head and it goes, talk to her, talk to her. And I kind of, I felt drawn and compelled. I'm like, this is weird. This is not something I would normally ever do. But I turned, after I buckled all the kids in and shut the van, I turned to her and I go, ma'am, are you okay? Is there something I can do for you? Or, And she goes, no, my dog just died. And I was like, oh no. And like, the other day in another video I was watching, most of us just go, are you okay? Or how are you doing today? And we just expect and walk away. But she said that, and I knew that she wasn't feeling right. And I still asked because I cared to ask. And I wanted to know the answer. And so I asked her and she goes, no. And I looked at her, and I never do this. And it totally was awkward and weird. But I asked her if I could pray with her for her. And she let me. And so we stood in the parking lot for, oh goodness, it was probably a good 5 to 10 minutes. And I prayed with her and I talked to her about her dog. And I just let her know I cared. I don't know whatever happened to that lady. I could have seen her again and not recognized her. I mean, we don't live in an overly huge town. But if I have, I don't know. I hope she's doing well, and I hope that it affected her. But I took the time out of my crazy busy day dealing with 4 kids running to the store to stop and make an impact in that woman's life. So my challenge to you is to do like John 13 says, let me give you a new command. Love one another in the same way that I love you. Love one another. This is how everyone will recognize that you are my disciples. Then they will see the love you have for each other. So my challenge to you is to love each other, to work together and love each other. If you see someone in the parking lot, actually ask them, are you okay, when they don't look like something's going right? Maybe they lost their keys. Maybe you can take 30 seconds and make sure that they didn't drop their keys on the ground. Or if it's a busy mom trying to juggle 3 kids and her shopping cart out to the car, take 20, 30 seconds out of your day and help her get to her car with her kids safely. It'll make all the difference, and these things will stick with them. So, go out, do a good deed, whether it's paying for the drink for the person behind you or helping the mom out to the car. Find a small, simple, good deed that just takes a minute or two out of your busy day, and then come back to this video and leave a comment down below and tell us what you did. I look forward to seeing all the wonderful positive things everybody has done this week with their time in just taking a few minutes to love their neighbor. So let's go love our neighbors, and I'll see you all next week. I can't wait to read your comments. Have a good week. Bye.